Hey guys, it's CalmBee, and today we're talking about Rec Room's latest component, which is the Pathfinder. It was just released in the latest update yesterday. I'm super excited to play around with it. I'm going to show you just a few small examples of how to use it, and there's a lot of other tips that go along with it. But before I jump into the video, don't forget to hit support code CalmBee, or just go to my profile and hit support if you find these tutorials helpful and you'd like to see more. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to take out my maker pen, and I'm actually going to start with my palette, and I'm going to spawn in a simple cube. We'll make it yellow. We'll make a little bit of a yellow happy face to go follow us, and hit create. And there we go. We have our beautiful cube, a simple, beautiful cube. And we'll also just add a little bit of a happy face to him, or else we won't know that he's actually following us correctly. So we have our tube set. We're gonna go to surface snap, and I'll just change it to black. Alright, so this is again not gonna be the prettiest cube, but it'll be, I don't know, he'll be my little cube pet. So there we go, we have a happy face cube. Now that we have that and we're still edited into the hierarchy, we're going to add the Pathfinder. So if you just search up Pathfinder, you should be able to find it right away. It's in beta. Again, it's in rooms 2.0 only, and I'll just add that like underneath the cube, but I do need to move it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're just gonna increase the size of this happy face and maybe move it down slightly, but otherwise we should be set. I'm also gonna drag up this Pathfinder circuit board, and you'll notice a few different areas of circuits within the board. And the first area is setting the position of the Pathfinder. The second is setting the rotation. The third is adjusting the speed. And the third is figuring out the authority of who you want the Pathfinder to follow, or what you want it to follow. We're also going to add an event receiver, and in this example I'm going to configure it to when the player jumps, in this case it'll be me, I want this little guy to follow me. So we'll link up the execution to the pathing position, and the target position to the position, in this case, of the player who's jumping. So if I jump, you'll say, oh well, it's not working. That's because you actually have to go to your room and settings, and you have to bake the nav mesh. And if you click the show in room when you hold your maker pen, you could see this is all the places that my smiley face could follow me in, and he's in the ground right now. There's a few ways to fix this. One would be to edit, and in this case I'll select the face and all the other pieces, and I could just move it up. So now we have our little pet cube. He's following us everywhere. But what if I want to create a ramp from this floor, or a maze, or whatever kind of configuration you want? Let's go ahead, add in our wedge, and we'll put that over here. Let's make it a little bit bigger, and because when I go up this ledge I want him to actually follow me. And there we go. Okay, so now again, if I go over here and I jump, you'll notice that he actually can't follow me, and that's because we have to rebake our nav mesh. And if you notice that it's still not turning to that purple grid, you'll want to actually take this nav mesh, this sort of white shadow, and we'll just move that over to where we want our entire nav mesh to be baked. Go again back to bake nav mesh, and now you'll see that we now have this purple grid, and when I jump he can follow me up the ramp. If I go down, he'll follow me back down, and every time I jump he pretty much follows me everywhere. He's like a little pet. And just a quick note of some of these other circuits that you'll see that are related to the Pathfinder. A lot of these items are pretty much already built in, but if you want to link it up separately, you can, such as like the acceleration and the speed. In terms of like get pathing state for the Pathfinder and pathing target, there's a lot of things you could do in terms of AI and figuring out if you have a studio object and you want it to be where if they get close to you, they're running, or they have a running animation, or they put up their gun. Anything you could think of that would sort of fit under like a state machine, you could use a lot of these chips to set that up. And I think it's really cool. You could even set it to ignore certain tags in your room. I hope this video helped you out as understanding what exactly is the Pathfinder, how do you use it just in the simplest form. And yeah, I'm gonna go take my buddy, we're gonna go for a walk, and we'll see you later. That's a good boy.